you don't know who I am, Coach Laviano, freshman coach. My co-coach was Coach Frame, right over here, the gray jacket. So our freshman team found success in both dual meets and in our tournaments. For our overall dual meet record, we went 6-7, and for MSL record, we went 2-3. We had wins over schools like Buffalo Grove, Hoffman Estates, New Trier, and at the freshman level, our record does not always reflect with like how well our wrestlers did this season. There's like always holes in our lineup. There's always, multiple kids at each weight class, and then trying to match them up with the other schools' rosters. I always feel like our dual meet records never really reflect how well our kids did. But we try our best always to match these kids up, whether it's exhibitions, whether it's in tournaments, whether it's in invites. So we try to get them as many matches as possible, and a lot of our wrestlers got well over 10 matches season, which is super impressive at the freshman level. Our first tournament, we wrestled at Fur East. As a team, we placed 13th out of 28 teams. We had 3 places at this tournament. We had Matias Paz de la Cerda take first in his bracket. Paul Cottrell took second place in his bracket, and Noah Young took third in his bracket at Rockford East. Next up, we wrestled at the Rolling Meadows tournament where we took 11th out of 15 teams. We had a lot of holes in our lineup that week, so I think that affected our place at the tournament, but a lot of kids did end up placing themselves at the tournament. We had Jack Casanda place second in his bracket. Arun Rajan took third. Joe Pokemet took third place, and Alex Weigel took fourth place at the Rolling Meadows tournament. Next up, we wrestled at DeKalb, and we were also joined by some of our sophomore wrestlers at that tournament. At DeKalb, it's a tougher tournament. There's a lot of really good teams there. Noah Young did end up taking 5th place in his bracket. Finally, we had our MSL conference tournament where we took 10th place overall. We had 8 wrestlers placed at that tournament. Starting off, we had Joe Polkovac, who got 2nd place.
Yeah.
Jack Casanda took 3rd place. Arun Rajan took 4th. Noah Young took 5th place. LeVar Barnes took 6th place. Jacob took 6th place as well. And both Daniar Imashad and Alex Flygel both took 8th place at the tournament. We also, 2 invites that we got invited to where we had round robin tournaments were the Carmel invite and the McHenry invite, where each wrestler got up to 4 matches at that tournament as well. So we got a lot of mat time this season, which is great for the kids. For the freshman level, for the amount of wins that these kids have, we have 3 placers. For 3rd place, for most wins in the season, we have Harris Katsias with 13 wins. In 2nd place, with 15 wins, we have Noah Young. And our winner with 18 wins this season, Joe Polkerbeck. Joe, come on up and grab your plaque. We have a plaque for you up there.
That's nice. Go Joey!
For our fall leaderboard, we have 3 wrestlers. Coincidentally, we had 3 people tie and have 11 pins this season. So those 3 wrestlers are Jacob Simonian, Joe Polkerbeck, and Harris Katsias. Guys, come on up. We should have some plaques for you up here. So moving on to our categories where the kids voted on this themselves. Starting up, we have the most exciting wrestler. We have 4 nominees for this category. The 4 nominees for most exciting go to, the nominees are Daniel Kalibov, LeVar Barnes, Alex Weigel, and Angel Morero. Our winner for most exciting wrestler goes to LeVar Barnes. Come on up. So a little bit about LeVar. He always brings the intensity to every match he wrestles in. You can never count him out of any of his matches, even during the match that didn't go his way. He had all of his teammates and his coaches on the edge of their seat. The one match that comes to mind was his one MSL conference match where he wrestled in a rematch against a kid he lost to earlier that season, and he ended up making it really close. But the score was 21-20 in this match, and it went all 3 periods, and it was super intense. So, LeVar, great job, dude. Next up, we have 4 nominees for the most improved wrestler. The 4 nominees are Danyar Imoshav, Jacob Simoni, Matthias Paz de la Cerda, and Noah Young. Those are our 4 nominees. And our winner for most improved wrestler is Matthias Paz de la Cerda. He's not here tonight, unfortunately. But Matthias, I'll say a little bit about him. He, on top of being a great person, he was always applying our technique in the practice room, which then, applied to his matches. He started off the season really applying the techniques, and as the season went on, you could really see that he was understanding what we were expecting of these wrestlers to do. So Matthias was a great wrestler. He's only going to keep improving, so hopefully we have another great 3 years with him. Next up, we have our award for the team commitment, and our 4 nominees are Jack Cassanda, Noah Young, Joseph Polkerbeck, and Arun Rajan. Our winner for team commitment, Jack Cassanda. Come on up. I would say that Jack definitely has the most teammate points at the freshman level. Jack was always there to cheer on his teammates, celebrate with them after a win, and pick them up after a loss. Jack is constantly treating everyone on and off our team with so much respect. He's always at practice, trying his best, and rescuing anyone he can. And he brings such a great mindset and attitude to our program. For the Mental Toughness Award, we have 4 nominees. We have Angel Morero, Arun Rajan, LeVar Barnes, and Chris Nicola. Our winner is Arun Rajan for Mental Toughness. Arun is definitely someone you can count on to step up to a challenge. Whether it's in the room or during competition, he would push the pace with anyone he wrestled in practice. Even with the handful of injuries that he had throughout the season, Arun was also one of our guys who had to step up and wrestle people a little bit bigger than him. And it shows that, as hard as he works and as much as he focuses, when he did end up having an even matchup against someone, his technique was dominant against that person. He was able to really show that he was locked in at practice and applying our technique. So, great job, Arun. Awesome job, buddy. Our last one, our most valuable wrestler. Now this award kind of focuses in on all the other awards into one. This person has all 4 traits. We have 4 nominees for this award. We have Jack Cassanda, Joe Polkerbeck, Noah Young, and LeVar Barnes. And Cooper. Our winner for the most valuable wrestler for the freshman team is Noah Young. Noah captures all the previous categories. He is an exciting wrestler. He is constantly proving that he's up for a challenge. He's always there for his teammates, and he always pushes himself mentally and physically. Noah always was game to take on a challenge this season. He had wrestled when he was sick, he constantly showed up to practices and competitions, and he even stepped up to the varsity level on multiple occasions to help out his team. Noah has been an essential staple of this program in his first season with us, so awesome job. So real quick, just to wrap things up, I'm super proud of these kids. They've been really committed. It's a tough sport. Like I said in previous years, especially at the freshman level, the first 3 weeks we have like 80 kids upstairs, and then it slowly starts to dwindle down when these kids realize, you know what, maybe I'm not cut out for this, maybe I don't like this. But these handful of guys that were on the freshman level, they stuck it out, they got better, they proved that they deserve to be there. And we even have kids that are wrestling in the off season already. We had multiple kids show up to Frost Off last weekend. They've been showing up to open mats, and we're all a firm believer in the more mat time you put in on the off season, it's only going to improve your next season. Again, I want to say thank you to all the families, all the parents, all the wrestlers, Coach Frain, all the other coaches for supporting everyone, and I look forward to seeing what all these kids can do in their future with the sport. So thank you.